What are 3 ways we can combat loneliness? First of all, thank you to whoever sent this in. I don't actually have the name on this one, but this is a great question because you know what? Loneliness is rising. Former U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy has declared loneliness to be the next major epidemic. Surgeon Generals are usually warning about things like cigarette smoking and obesity and AIDS. And he's like, no, loneliness, because our loneliness rates have doubled since the 1980s, and actually 40% of us now live alone, which is super high. We used to live in tribes, in fields together, you know? Everyone hung out in one big pack. Now it's like 40% of us live by ourselves. So, here's 3 things you can do. And by the way, my biggest sort of bout of loneliness came after my divorce 10 years ago, and I lived alone for about 4 years. And so I loved it, and it was awesome, but I also had major bouts of loneliness. Here are 3 things I did that I recommend. Number 1, meetup.com. Like literally go online to places that are organizing meetups for people who are single. And don't be worried, don't be ashamed of that. Like I used to go to like talks by random people, like a wine tasting night, like a bike ride on a Sunday morning with like 4 random people. Like just the idea of getting together with strangers was appealing because A, they're all looking for connection too. It's not like you're jumping into someone else's group party. You're going to people that are looking to hang out. And 2, because my second point that's leading right in is you meet interesting people in interesting places. So the first thing is going to meetup.com. The second thing is go to interesting places, interesting public places. You know what my favorite public place is? The library or a local independent bookstore. Great for browsing shelves. You end up having great conversations. Everyone is there who's there is curious and eager to learn about something. What else is a good public place? A park, right? The sidewalk. Hanging out on a park bench, reading a book somewhere that's in public. Being somewhere public is the important thing. Don't be at home. If you are lonely at home, you have no one around you by definition. If you're lonely outside, you by definition do. Okay, that's the second thing. And the third thing is volunteer. Volunteer. Because there's people lonelier than you. And you know what you need to do? Reach out. Reach out. Go volunteer at the local hospital. Sign up to read to older people at old folks' homes. Simple little activities like that alleviate your loneliness, but also help someone else's at the same time. Volunteering is a great way to connect people in a community. There are so many invisible people not too far from your front door who would love to spend time with you, but just don't know you exist. So make yourself known. Search for good volunteer opportunities in your community. Those are 3 simple ways I highly recommend you combat loneliness. And we all feel loneliness. It could be that you're in a relationship and you still feel alone. It could be that you live by yourself and you never feel loneliness, but once in a while on a Friday night you're like, I wish I had something to do. Whatever it is, it's okay. It's a common feeling. It's rising. We have to talk about it. We have to share openly, and that's what we're trying to do here on this channel today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, if you like the community we're trying to build, click subscribe, leave me a comment. I will read and reply to everyone. Thank you for watching.